Welcome to the Riffview for Abzu. Even though the London Philharmonic went down with the Titanic, their music still haunts the oceans worldwide to this day. Abzu's from giant squid, and it is what it is. It's a fish game. You're swimming with fish, you're taming fish, you're just being basically a fish. The Olympics didn't want them, so water dancers made their own Olympics. Underwater, with fish, and that deadly red algae stuff. Your little asexual scuba man, woman, or both, always seems to be swimming around a pole, which only isn't a greater annoyance because it's underwater. A common dolphin, can't I just break it down for crafting parts? The underwater environments are massive and absolute beauty to look at. This is poetry that you can close your eyes and just listen to, with the sound of dolphins, sharks, killer whales, non-killer whales. This is a sensory experience. Is that the head of the last diver that came through, trying desperately to click its teeth together in Morse code? Now this being from a company that broke off from that game company, of course Journey springs to mind. And yes, this is technically a journey, but it is not anywhere in the same breath as the Journey. There are a couple things that hold it back. Oh, what a beautiful looking jet stream. Ah, my bones! First and foremost is the story. Journey had clues throughout to a much grander and greater civilization, whereas this one just has very little throughout, and the ending hits with a thud. Yes, yes. Rise to my summon, my fish army! I've already talked about the controls as a second point, but it has to be stated again and further emphasized, it's just never going to be as fun to swim underwater as it is sliding up and down the sand dunes. Good, more. Grow in number, soon we shall strike at our whale overlords. That's not to say that the effort and the grandeur of the beauty isn't there. You'll find dozens, if not hundreds, of fish types, and there's been no other video game before or since Seaman to drop you underwater into such a wide, varied, and exploratory environment. That doesn't mean it's fully open world, but this is as good as you're going to get, especially from such a small publisher and developer team. For those that are into the biomes and the different species of life, this game is a showstopper. Little do these fish know, this train is going to the first cannery along the closest coast. It's just for anyone looking for the next journey, well, they're going to have to keep on looking, or maybe go to What Remains of Edith Finch for narrative splendor. Oh boy, he lost more fans than Nickelback did. Are they still relevant enough to make fun of? We'll go with yes. I have a question for every video game, everyone ever. Exactly how strong is vortex curiosity? If there was a vortex right behind you, would you really walk into it? Because not a single video game character ever has said no. Don't they have better things to do, like, I don't know, do laundry, make a sandwich, go about your normal lives. Instead, it's, nope, let me drop my wife and kids off at the closest hotel and just go frolicking into the closest wide open portal, please. As a matter of fact, why don't you just forward my mail through this vortex for me? There are a few other things, such as the knock-on effect of those warmy controls to where you don't want to replay it as much as other small games. Yes, here's my soul juice. Plus, I really do miss that opening hub world that Journey had. There's nothing like that here. It's very much zone-by-zone gameplay. Oh, and thank you for the hundreds of thousands of children in return. Yay. And that goes for multiplayer too. The subtle multiplayer of Journey where you were basically sending Morse code to one another, it's gone. So there's nothing here. It's you and the fish swimming a lot. And again, no judgments whatsoever if that's right up your alley. If you want to swim with the fishes without having a bullet in your skull, this is it. It's just like a bad Dark Souls clone to me. I need that filler. I need the story. I need the purpose for me to be in a world like this. Otherwise, it's just a tideless ocean for me. Yes. Yes, feed upon me as your god, and I shall arise anew. Whoa, Flounder 9000 keeps watch over all. All of that is to say, Abzu's still a really good experience that just wears more and more on me the more I play it. My original score dropped down to a 7 out of 10 from an 8. Hopefully it stays right there next time I pick this up when I'm really bored and the video game industry has imploded. Yeah, that's right. Just swim right into the underwater meat pie oven. Do you want to shave while you're in there? Thank you for listening and watching. See you next time on myggaming.com. Bye.